Stop that summer church slump before it even starts this year and right now on the Church Revitalization Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Church Revitalization Podcast, brought to you by the Malphurs Group team, where each week we tackle important, actionable topics to help churches thrive. And now, here's your hosts, Scott Ball and A.J. Mathieu.
Welcome to the Church Revitalization Podcast. And my name is Scott Ball. I'm joined by my friend and co-host, A.J. Mathieu. That's 2 weeks in a row I've bobbled the intro.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness.
You're fired.
You're going to have to send me back to
Podcast
training
school.
camp. Yeah, that school we didn't go to. Listen, as this is being recorded, I believe that it is the week after Easter. And so you're listening to this and you're like, why are we talking about summer? It's April. And I'm here to tell you now is the exact right time to be thinking about summer. Don't you think?
Yep. Hey, 2 steps ahead, 2 months ahead.
Yeah. You should be planning for this summer slump before it happens. But before we get into all of that, let me ask you something.
Oh, okay.
When did you feel like you had a handle on everything that your church needs to move forward? Not just Sunday.
I'll tell you
not
when
just this week's sermon.
I'll
but
tell
the
you
whole thing.
exactly when. The
Okay.
day I signed up for the Healthy Churches Toolkit.
Yes, you beat me to the punch. Yeah, the whole thing, your vision, your leaders, your communication, your strategy for the next 3 years. For most church leaders, that feeling, though, is rare. Not because they lack passion or calling, but it's because they're spread across too many tools. They got like 10 different tools they're using. You're stitching together training for your team. You're stitching together social media stuff. You're stitching together strategic planning tools, if you even have a strategic plan in the first place. Maybe you're using something to help with coaching or project management, something you found in a book somewhere. Maybe it's on a piece of paper up on your wall, and none of it talks to each other. That's the problem. The Healthy Churches Toolkit, we built it to solve this. It's one platform specifically designed for church leaders, and it's drawn upon our collective decades of experience in working with churches and the common problems that we kept seeing in churches. This is not church management software. You already have that. This is a church leadership operating system. And so, we got AI-powered tools for communication and sermon stuff. We got strategic planning suite for your vision. We got a leadership development suite of tools as well. Church ministry analysis. And we never talk about this, AJ, but there's coaching included for Plus users inside the toolkit as well.
Mm-hmm.
All this you get 7 days free. Go to healthychurchestoolkit.com and sign up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know what we need? Here, this would be the biggest selling point ever. We need an AI bot that pastor can direct people to that have some. They just want to talk to him about last Sunday's service. Pastor, I just need to talk to you about last Sunday's service. And he's like, I'll send you a link and we can chat. But it goes to an AI bot and he doesn't have to worry about it. And the bot is like, oh, I understand. Yes, that sounds like that was very troubling for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think these things exist. Yeah. I think that these things exist.
The complaint department. You need a complaint department.
You need
That'll be
department.
that's on the roadmap for the Healthy Churches Toolkit.
It's like Michael Scott's like the special filing cabinet where complaints go.
Yeah.
It's the trash can.
All right, let's talk about the summer slump. You know what? This is a bit of a pet peeve for me, this episode.
Okay. Oh,
not the episode,
right.
the topic of the episode.
Okay.
I get frustrated hearing about we can't do anything. Basically, it's like we're checking out June to August in the US.
Mm-hmm.
We're checking out. Can't do anything, can't think about anything. Every single person is gone. Actually, this was here. I had a takeaway from the sermon at my church this last Sunday because our pastor was talking about, he never used the term, but it's really speaking in absolutes, always and never. There really is no such thing as an always and a never unless you're talking about God. But
only a Sith deals in absolutes. It's a quote from Star Wars.
But that's the vibe that you get when you talk to a lot of pastors or church leaders is that no, everybody's gone in the summer. I mean, I've heard that phrase. Everybody's gone. We can't do that. Everybody's gone. Are they?
Right.
Are they? Are they?
I think everybody is gone some part of the summer, or
Many
frequent.
people are gone 1 or 2 weeks during the summer.
Yeah, right. And so collectively, that makes it feel like every week someone is gone.
And that's probably true
It
every
is
week
probably
of the
true.
year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, so what we're trying to do is like, okay, all right, let's grant you that reality that attendance dips are normal in the
Yeah,
summertime.
sure.
So rather than being like, well, let's just lean in and unplug, we're saying let's lean in and leverage it. And there are some things that you can do to take advantage of this and sort of um, maybe make the most of what this season is.
Yeah.
And again, your mileage may vary. We know if you're in the U.S. in the South, this is going to be like June and July. For those of you who are in more northern in the U.S., it's going to be like July and August. So just your mileage may vary. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, I don't even know what even happens. When do you guys take summer vacation? I'm not even sure.
I don't even
What
know
do they
what
do in
season it is
Australia?
there. Yeah, I don't know. If you're in the
Your
Southern
toilets
Hemisphere,
flush the other direction, and I don't even know.
everybody comes back to church in the summer in the Southern
I don't
Hemisphere.
even know what's going on down there, mate.
Yeah. I don't know. They can let us know in the comments
Yeah.
what it's like there. But yeah,
So
so
we're going to
but
talk about America.
there's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy that happens because we say our mindset is everybody's gone, nobody wants to do anything, nobody will do anything, therefore we won't plan anything, therefore nobody does anything, and you can
Yeah.
see how this is a cycle that is continuing to feed itself. We're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
saying
So this is point one.
break it.
Point one. Point one, reset your expectations.
Yeah.
Summer is a season that we can leverage. It's not a loss. So yeah, let's start there. We need to reframe this rather than think summer is just a wash. We'll do the real ministry in the fall. We need to reframe this. Okay, this is a less cluttered calendar season. So it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to do what can we do differently in the summer that we just aren't able to do in the fall and in the spring during the school year.
Yeah.
So treat it as an opportunity.
Okay, hold on. I gotta give one more. I gotta speak to one more nuanced because
Okay.
somebody will, you can't just speak in generalizations because somebody in the comments will be like, "Oh no, here's my situation."
Okay.
There is a real thing that exists in particular places in which you get like snowbirds, like you get this influx of people. They're there for a season. They all leave then during,
Okay.
you know, that's true. There are churches that have huge swings in attendance over different parts of the year.
Well, yeah,
Um,
sure.
yeah, so I just acknowledging that reality so that somebody doesn't have to comment and tell us about their unique situation.
Well, yeah, and it is real. Like
Yes.
if you're in France, your church is in France, you're basically your whole church is taking off the month of July. Um, so that's real too. We're not saying that the summer slump is fake. We're not saying it's fake news. Like I'm not suggesting that
I think
that's
it's
the case.
less evident. There's a lot of middle space churches in which it is less evident than in other places where it has big swings.
But that isn't even the point. The point is that it's a different kind of a season. So this is point one. Just reset what your expectations and reframe what the moment is. So rather than seeing it
Yes.
as a net negative, this is a bad thing. We only have these people for this season, or these people are this whole subset of people is going to be gone, or whatever, and always framing it in a negative sense,
Yeah.
reframe it as an opportunity. What can we do? What can we do now that we can't do any other time of the year? Because this season gives us different kinds of chances to work with people in different ways. So we're not. No one is saying. I don't think that it's fake. That the summer slump is fake, or that there really isn't weird things that happen with attendance in the summer. It's real, but it doesn't have to be a negative.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about what can we do, Scott? How can we leverage the summer slump? So we've got three categories of things that you could do in your church
Yeah.
I'll throw them out there and we can go deeper on any one
Okay.
of them if we want to.
Yep.
So first of all, you could schedule some kind of an outreach thing to happen. A lot of churches do VBS, usually in June, sometimes July.
Sometimes July.
Um, so that's one thing, but some kind of an outreach event, or maybe some kind of a service that you're able to provide, that summer would be a unique time to be able to do that. So I would be thinking in that space. You could, that's first category. Second category might be some kind of a unique discipleship opportunity.
Well, do we
Um,
want to take these one by one? Let's
I
maybe
was
talk
throwing
more.
them all out there, and then we can go deeper on any one of them that you want to talk about.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I already got two of them out. Let me get the third one out. So
Okay, well,
discipleship.
I interrupted you in the second one, so maybe go back to the second one.
My goodness, it's like we've never had a podcast before together. So a discipleship opportunity. You could go deeper. You could do some deeper discipleship, maybe with a particular group or something. Maybe it's the leadership development thing, or planning. Summer actually can be a really good time for some more advanced strategic planning by Dr. Aubrey Malphurs, Baker publisher. Um, yeah, you could do some planning, and it doesn't need to be like 3 months worth of stuff where you're like, oh my gosh, my team is they keep being gone. No, do like a 1 day planning thing. It could be a 1 day retreat, or some particular more focused thing. So there you go, an outreach thing, a discipleship thing, and a planning thing. Scott, what would you like to say about any one of those?
Well, I would just say you should do all three of them. I wouldn't say pick one. I'd say do all three. On the I have things to say about all these. I think on the outreach point, I think we just always assume it has to be VBS,
Mm.
because we've always done VBS, and I'm not well. I hate volunteering at a VBS. I don't. Have we ever talked about this?
I don't think we've ever gotten into that. How much you hate children? No, let's get into that
Yeah,
now on the
let's get
Church
into that.
Revitalization
No,
podcast.
I really don't like volunteering at VBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I I was made to at one church where I was on staff. It was an all hands thing, So if you were on staff, you were doing VBS, and I hated it. And they were always like, "Well, we're gonna put you with the rising fifth graders or whatever, the rising sixth graders, because they're gonna be in youth group next year." And I'm like, "This is the worst introduction to their interaction with me ever, because it's still kids ministry. We're not actually doing things that are fun. We're cutting things out with safety scissors and eating like." I don't want their first impression of me to be me being grumpy that I'm at VBS, but whatever. Um,
No, you really had your own issues going on.
yeah. So, I mean, VBS is great. I don't mean to spoil anybody else's view of VBS. I'm only saying we only assume it has to be VBS, but you could do other things. You could have a block party. You could do a sports camp. You could host, be involved in some sort of community event where you're visible and volunteering at that on a regular basis. Don't assume that it has to be VBS. It could be other things, and that would be okay. And for churches, the reason I bring that up, AJ, is there are churches that are like, we're all 70 plus years old. Like, we run a VBS and no one shows up anymore. Like, it's a ton of work. So I would just say, give you permission to think about some other way to do outreach in your community that isn't VBS, and that would be okay. Like, you don't get punished by the Lord for not hosting VBS.
Mm, but he digs it.
He loves a VBS. Lord
I can
loves a
survive
VBS.
it. I don't want to volunteer in children's ministry. I did that for a while, and I don't want to do that. But I actually could survive a VBS because I did camp. I did several
Could
summers
you?
of
You're
camp. I
talking about
could.
this in the abstract. I challenge you. Sign up. Go ahead.
I mean, I've done camp. I've done camp. I mean, you don't even get to go home. I mean, you're there. It's 24 hours a day. But I'm able to,
Miserable.
I can kind of lock in, and I'm like, I can burn myself out for 5
I can
days
do
and
this.
survive it, and then I know I've got a year off from it. Whereas children's ministry, you did the week after week after week. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not good. God bless you guys that love that stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's
we
something
love
else.
you. Hmm. All right, so
Um, there you go.
one outreach touch point. Pick
Yeah.
one, pick something, and it doesn't have to be VBS. The next one, do some internal discipleship push. I actually I was talking with a a couple of pastors in the last couple of weeks, AJ, about this. Like, it's a great time to beta test. Like, there's some new curriculum that you'd like to maybe roll out with the whole church, but you're not sure how it would go over. Or you want to get some feedback. Summer is a great time to run a beta group through something. Go get feedback. Find out, how did this go? Did this go over well? Um, was the content well received or whatever? Like, it's a great time to try something out like that with a group before you roll it out with the larger group.
Yeah, and I would say to that, don't worry about it if somebody or more than one somebody isn't able to be there one of those weeks, if it's a multi-week thing, if it's like a summer semester or something. And we say
Yeah.
this to teams all the time that are beginning implementation process for like from our strategic planning work. Because the question is, oh, well, if everybody can't be there for these monthly meetings, what do we do? Like, have the meeting.
Have the
Um,
meeting. Yeah.
yeah. So same thing with, the summer thing. And if you're going to do this, yeah, like a short summer semester of something, it's fine. It's fine. If a few people aren't there, every week, if you're not going to get everybody. Um,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Or, if it's an opportunity to do something different and go, okay, well, we're not going to do our normal small group time so that people don't have to have that pressure of having their house ready or whatever over the summer. So let's do some different things. Let's just encourage that small groups will continue to do maybe some more casual things, like they're going to do park days or whatever. Like, find ways to do some things that you couldn't normally do again during the other parts of the year. And it's a great time to test things because there's just not that pressure. It's summertime, it's bounded. School year is going to roll around and the normal stuff happens. So it's a great time to sort of test some things out.
Yeah. All right. And then planning. I mean, taking a summer to do
Yeah.
some strategic planning or team planning, elder planning. I mean, do something. Think about the future. Use the summer to think about the future.
Yeah, I know. And people immediately go to like, oh, we need to do strategic planning, well, but we should wait to the fall. I'm like, why? Summer's a great time to do this. I mean, the fall is really busy. The spring is really busy. Like, the summer is a great time
Yeah.
to lean in. And I would venture a guess that if you're talking about your elder team or your board or your staff, yes, people do travel during the summer, but there's going to be some time in there where everyone or most of your people are there.
Put the
And
calendar out. Find
yeah,
out.
find out. Don't just assume, well, we can't do it over the summer. Like, you can actually, and it's a great time
Yeah.
uh, to do planning is in the summer.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, our team is super busy in the spring, super busy in the fall. Um, and so yeah, you want to work with a Malphurs Group certified guide? Summertime is a great opportunity for that.
Hit us up for July. July's usually the month it's like we can work in July. So, yeah. I would recommend that. And so, don't do one of those things. Do all of those things. Something outreach, something different discipleship, something about strategic planning. And the key to this point, AJ, is make that plan now. It's April. Don't wait till it's already May to go, what are we going to do? Make the plan now so that then you're just executing when summer rolls around.
There you go. All right. And our final point, protect your people's momentum. I mean, this is sort of summarizing really the whole idea behind this, but yeah, it puts more pressure on the fall when we lay up in the summer. Because then we're like, all right, we got to get everybody re-energized. We got to try to get this thing rolling again. So accept the dip, take take the summer hit, but don't completely stop stuff, because then it's just harder to get things going. So protect whatever momentum you can throughout the summer in a milder way, and be able to be stronger in the fall when everybody comes back. So yeah, you can maybe lighten up on even your communication strategy. You could maybe back off, on there's not everything is hitting everybody every day or multiple times a week. You can maybe reduce how often maybe groups are meeting, or just give them the opportunity to do that on their own if they want to. Because, last thing you want is a group that is like really doing well, thriving, and like being together to be told you can't meet. Um,
Yeah.
that's counterproductive. So don't do that.
Yeah. If they want to keep meeting,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Hopefully they do. Isn't that the point of
Hopefully
it?
they do. Maybe put out that challenge out to your small group leaders and say, hey, over the course of the summer, even if you're not meeting, um, as the leader, make an effort to at least text each person in your group one time a month.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a long conversation. Just go, hey, just checking in with you. How are you, to see how you're doing? Hope your vacation is going well, or hope you're having a great time with your family, or hope you're enjoying the sunshine, or whatever it is. Just put that encouragement out to your small group leaders, because the real risk here is just disconnection. People kind of forgetting about church over the summertime. Another thing that we would recommend is plan your fall launch now. So, what are you building towards? What are you looking forward to? Is there some sort of rollout of something different or new? Or maybe it's not new, but just something that you want to kind of promote. Hey, starting in August, we're going to do this sermon series. It could be something that simple, but kind of give people something to look forward to and be communicating that all the way through the summer. So you're kind of building towards something. And people know that, hey, our fall kickoff is on August, whatever. So just be talking about that even now so people know, I know I might be traveling over the summer, but I've got this thing to look forward to, and you kind of stay in people's minds. So you don't have to think it's summertime or everything goes on ice. It's like, no, we can actually maintain some momentum even while we have these disruptions or dips in attendance over time.
Yeah. What we're not saying to you, pastor, church leader, is that you should not take a break.
Yeah,
Don't hear us
no.
say that.
No.
Take whatever break you need to take. Okay? Yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
The old Church Revitalization Podcast guys are not telling you to
Burn
work
out.
work yourself out. So take it easy. All right. Hey, there you go. There you go. Let's change summer. Let's change our perspective on summer. Stop that summer slump before it starts. Thanks for being with us. Definitely head over to to the Healthy Church Toolkit.
Hey. This is 2 weeks in a row that you kind of
That's true.
bubbling the
You
ending.
messed up the beginning and I mess up the end. We're
2 weeks in a
rusty.
row. 2 weeks in a row.
We're super rusty.
Just want to point that out. It's not just me. You got to go back to podcast school too.
I apologize for being out so much doing foreign ministry work. But thanks for being with us, everybody. We'll see you again next week.